Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Empressive channel. Some very sad news in the entertainment world. The actor Malcolm-Jamar Warner passed away at the age of 55. He was on a family trip in Costa Rica and he was swimming, and unfortunately, he drowned. This was very sad and very unexpected. I mean, Malcolm-Jamar Warner was a talented actor and director and a music artist and poet. He was known for some of his roles in different shows like The Resident, Malcolm and Eddie, Sneaky Pete, and American Crime Story. He also acted in films like Tuskegee Airmen, Drop Zone, and Fool's Gold, but he was mostly known for his role as Theo Huxtable in The Cosby Show, which he was nominated for an Emmy for. So he was accomplished, he was brilliant, and also he was a man of principle too. He cared about the roles that he played, and he was very conscious of how he represented himself and the Black community.
I think I was very fortunate coming out the gate with Cosby, which put me in a position where, and because I've always had a good team around me, I've always been in a position where I've had the luxury of being meticulous about the kind of roles that I choose. My mom was really instrumental in getting me to understand the concept of longevity, the concept of being versatile within this business. Because she would always say, if you look at anyone in this business who's had longevity, there are times when they've been hot and times where they've not been hot. You have to decide what you're going to do during those times when you're not hot, so you're not making desperate action choices. I've been fortunate enough to I've always had the financial wherewithal to be meticulous about the kind of work that I do. So I have a body of work that I will never have to be embarrassed by. Now, there may be some work I might be embarrassed because I might have been whack, but I don't. There's nothing in my body of work that I'll ever have to be embarrassed in that I misrepresented my people, or I have continue to perpetuate stereotypes of our people. I've been very fortunate to be able to, pick and choose. I've never had to take a role that I felt would compromise my soul.
Like I said, Malcolm-Jamar Warner was a man of principle, and his passing is very, very unfortunate, very sad. I do send my condolences to his wife and his family and all of his colleagues and people who are close to him. It's very devastating. It really is. So RIP to Malcolm-Jamar Warner. Now I want to move on and talk about the actress and singer Chloe Bailey. Chloe Bailey said something rather interesting. She compared her experience in the industry to the movie Sinners. And she basically implied that the reason why she's not as far as she should be in her career is because she refuses to sell her soul.
Did you see Sinners? Yes, I saw Sinners. It was phenomenal. I absolutely freaking loved it. Can I be honest? After Sinners, I cried. Do you want to know why I cried? Yes or no? Or you're just like, Chloe, you cried because you're a crybaby. Just tell me. Okay, so I think anyone who, it just reminds you so much of the industry, right? And it's like you could have a gift like he did with his guitar, and like they said, when he's singing, he's honoring his ancestors and uplifting and all of that, but then it also attracts the not good. So it's like, in order for him to be successful, the vampires were telling him he has to sell out so that he could be, that he could live forever and his music could live forever. And it's exactly like things that I see and go through every day. And that's why I just like broke down crying, because it was showing like the people who decided not to go to the other side, they were in there fighting for their lives. They were in there going through it. While the ones who did give in, they were outside celebrating and having a good time and got things quicker and things like that. So the reason why Sinners resonated with me so much is because it's something that you see every day. And no matter how hard you work, no matter how good of a person that you are, no matter how talented you are, sometimes that's not enough to get you places that you need to be. And that's why Sinners, like, I was crying right after, because I feel like anyone in the industry could really resonate with it. And it also showed that what you have to give negativity permission to be inside. And as long as you don't invite it in, you'll be okay and safe. So that's why I really resonated with Sinners. And I thought it was so beautiful. I thought it was done so beautifully. And I'm just really proud of everyone who was a part of it. And I even cried when he was singing in the bar, and you see all the different, you know, the history, all of the ancestors that came before us, that he wouldn't have been there to make music and play his guitar without the ones that came before him. So I feel like anyone who has a gift and has something that they truly, truly love, but feels like it's not coming to them in the time that they want it because they're moving in the right ways where they don't like give in, it's harder. And then you have like so many things tempting around you, like the vampire. So it was so deep. It was so deep. That's the reason I cried for like a whole hour after.
Chloe, in so many words, is basically saying that she won't sell her soul, and it is harder for her to get ahead. And I could see that being true because Chloe is massively talented. In my opinion, she's more talented than a good 90% of her peers out right now, because she not only sings and acts and dances and performs, she produces, she plays instruments, she writes, like she has the full package. And she also has great work ethic, but you know, for some reason it's been harder for her to get ahead. And I know there's some other factors that come to play as well. I do think she kind of prematurely left her group with her sister Hallie. Also, she doesn't have enough promotion from her team, and for some reason people don't really connect with her music, even though I thought her last album, Trouble in Paradise, was actually a solid R&B project. For some reason there's been a lack of connection there, but honestly, if she signed a certain deal and took a certain oath, she probably would have gotten Grammys by now. Her streaming numbers would have shot up. She would have gotten all types of paid promotion and would have been selling bundles with her music to inflate her sales. But that's not happening for her right now. And I do believe it's because she wasn't willing to sell out. She wasn't willing to take the quick way to success. And sometimes you have to be okay with that. Like Malcolm-Jamar Warner said, he wasn't willing to sell his soul to get certain roles. And you got to be okay with not compromising yourself to get a quick jump ahead. I mean, some people have to do years of grinding before they get their big break. But the others who are willing to sell out rise to the top very quickly, but then they fall. So it's really not worth it to do all that. It's not worth it to sell your soul for that. So I do have hope that Chloe will eventually get to where she needs to be, but it's going to take her a little longer. And you know what? That's okay. Anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.